Check. Everyone come back in, yo. We on. Come back in, we're gonna start. Find your seats, darlings. Find your seats. Jaded. Thanks. Do we have another mic for Jaded? It doesn't need to be a runway anymore, so if you want to turn your seat around, we're going to have another performance. Everybody. I think a lot of people thought that after the fashion show it was game over, but I kind of allowed that to give people some room to breathe. Can we turn the chairs around, darlings? Now we have room for people to sit, because before we were chocker and it was standing room only, so I'm really glad to have a bit of alleviated pressure seating wise. Welcome, come through. Can we get some helpers to turn the chairs, please? Helpers. We can take some out if there's too many. Awesome. Please, when you sit right at the front. Let's get in nice and tight, eh? Lovely. Thank you. Right, we're running out of time, so let's get into it. Are you guys good? Nice. We're all here. Shout out MC Peace in the house. I see you, bro. Right, we're good. Okay, we've got lots more space now, so that's really awesome. Next up, we have Jaded Lioness. She came all the way down from Hamilton to perform for us tonight. So make some noise for the Jaded Lioness.
Hello, let's try that again. That was just a tester. This song's for the crumpers. I'm a 90s baby. We need some new crumping music. I actually wrote this song for today, for you fellas. Oh. I do this for every missing indigenous spirit anywhere. This is my vision, this never been so very clear. I'm killing those villainous mental syphilis. I pray I'll make it suffer less so they don't leave us in a mess these few minutes. I'm an infinite, no intermission. Canceling the imminent, not Kelly's ignition. Let us get intimate. Trust your intuition. I am the word stimulant magician with ammunition. The vigilante. I'll deal with a cup of tea. Hot out the pop model so bad on. Free the minds of my people, fill all of their mama purses. Is the worst. Yes, no, I'ma take it personal. You see the best in me, cause I seen the worst of them. These rapper chicks want a Birkin bag, I want that land back. Too whack, I keep my soul and give thanks, give thanks. The industry too whack, I'll keep my soul and give thanks, give thanks. Yeah. The next track I also wrote for today, and I actually finished it on the plane. So this is like fresh, nobody's heard it before. Feel free to stand up and dance if you want. Yeah. What? What you know about me? Darker than Maleficent, beauty never slept on me. Head game and brain brilliant. Get it for the culture. About too vulgar. Not waiting for the lottery. I just want autonomy. Take all that monopoly. I'm a sovereign, not the type around your finger. Found myself a nigga free, think it's where the kings are. Had a lot of bad trauma in my day, but it never made me less great. Matter what they say about me. I'm somebody, baby mama, not a cliche. No drama, no giving on a leap day. In an instance, resistance and existence, persistence and consistence. You miss this. Innocent, slept on me, brain brilliant. Did it for the culture. Walking shoes, no vulture, now too vulgar. Not waiting for the lottery. I just want no time to be. Take all that monopoly. I'm a sovereign, not the type around your finger. Found myself a league of free thinkers where the kings are. Had a lot of bad trauma in the day, but it never made me less great. Matter what they say about me. I'm somebody, baby mama, not a cliche. No drama, no birth on the leap day. In an instance, resistance and persistence and consistence. Darker than Maleficent, beauty never slept on me. Head game and brain brilliant. Get it for the culture. Walking shoes, no vulture. Mouth too vulgar. Not waiting for the lottery. I just want no time to be. Take a bet monopoly. I'm a sovereign, not the type around your finger. Found myself a linger free, think it's where the kings are. Lot of bad trauma in my day, but it never made me less great. Matter what they say about me. I'm somebody, baby mama, not a cliche. No trauma, no, like giving birth on my. In an instance, resistance and existence, persistence and consistence. When you look back and see we were right.
Woo! Make some noise for the Jaded Lioness. Yes.
Okay.
Man, she got bars. She got double time bars. Let's go. You
That's
good?
it. That's
all
me.
right. All right.
Thank
That's
you.
it. Okay. Hey, make some noise. Okay, she came all the way from H-Town. She's also going to be performing at our after party tonight, which starts at 9 o'clock down at 12 bars. If you want to hear some more bars from the Jaded Lioness, come through. But you have to be over 18. Sorry, baby, you got to go home. Okay, due to time restrictions, can I get the audio down a little bit, please? Yeah. Due to time restrictions, I'm not going to do my keynote because I really want to hear from Sarah Tamata. I think she has much more valuable gems to share with us than I do. So I'm going to cut my own keynote, which I'm super happy about, actually, because I don't feel like waffling. Shout out Soul, I see you, Soul Train. My man, yeah, there he is. Make some noise for Soul, Solomon Smith. So yeah, let's just crack on with it. I'm going to cut my keynote. Aisha's going to cut her keynote. We're going to sacrifice ourselves in order to make way for the OG, Sarah Tamata.
Thank you for your sacrifice. Oh, wow, this is a big stage. I kind of didn't expect to have nothing sitting in front of me. But anyway, let's just feel it. Let's just get back to the old days and just like rock this stage, right? Yeah? Truth. I'm going to start my timer, so if you hear it go off, tell me to shut up. I take the mic like an MC takes his next hit. I make it tight because that's the only way the shoe fits. And we were wearing Adidas before you ever did, because I remember the old days and the way it was. Dropping rhymes in the garage all day, cuz bringing fat beats to Sherborne Street, where more lyrics are born than Christchurch women's in the summer heat. We bring it back, we bring it forward. This is the way it was laid out before me. 2 ramen at the bus stop. 3 makes a triple cause you know the kid rocks. 5 cause he's the love to pop and lock. Come on, 6 on the way up, 7 on the way up. We represent the East and we love hip hop. 6 on the way up, 7 on the way up. We represent Sheelahroc and we hip hop. Yo. That was just a little bit of a warm up so I get used to having the mic in my hand again. That's usually what I do when I have a mic. That's usually what I feel like doing when I have a mic in my hand, so it feels natural. Today, I just want to start by asking everybody just to maybe just trust me for a minute. Do you trust me? Okay, I want you to just stop for 1 second. I want you to close your eyes. Are you all right about closing your eyes? If you're not all right, just keep your eyes open. I just want you to imagine, just for a minute, a break dancer just tearing up the floor. I want you to just imagine just going hard, freezing at the end. I want you to think about a DJ or a producer sitting at their computer just making mean beats, thinking about the MC that's going to rap over those beats. I want you to think about the graph writer in front of a wall just going hard in their element. Can't even imagine that anyone else is around them because they're just doing their thing. And I want you to think about the MC standing on the stage, walking back and forward. You've seen it before. You know what it looks like. But now, I want you to imagine every single one of those people as women. And I want you to think about what she looks like. And now, I want you to go 1 step further, and I want you to think about yourself in that place. And that's something that, you can open your eyes. Did you, hands up, if you envisioned that person and you thought of a woman when I first gave the first round, hands up if you thought of a woman when you saw that person. Oh, mean girls, this is the next gen right down here. Look what we're doing. We're showing them that can be them one day. But I grew up in a generation that saw men in every element elevated in every way. And it wasn't for an anti-female, it wasn't intentional to not have women in hip-hop. It was just something that was, it's a new culture, it's developing. And at the time, there was just a lot of men that drove the culture, and a lot of what we saw in front of us was men. And so it wasn't a natural thing to feel like I could pick up the mic and that I had any kind of ownership over my lyrics and my rhymes and my place on the floor. But when I entered hip-hop in 1998, I kind of was just on the outside, surrounded. I was making music and I was emceeing, and I just happened to meet other girls at YCD, and I'd actually been introduced to hip-hop music before that, underground hip-hop music. I had already started to develop a real passion for it and a real passion for rap and the art of rapping. But truth be told, I walked into YCD for, Richie's breakdancing classes, and I didn't do any breakdancing at all. I wasn't interested in that, but there was a corner where the couches were, and that's where the graph writer sat, and that's where conversations started. And so it was in that moment that I first really engaged and started to learn about the culture of hip-hop. My personal journey as a female MC came off of the back of a really destructive, really negative domestic violence relationship that I was in from 15 to 19. And a lot of people don't know this. I don't share the story very often, but I feel like it's important for, it's a part of my kaupapa, it's a part of my whakapapa, it's what's, sort of led me to where I am today. It's why I'm passionate about it. But what hip-hop actually did for me in that time was it started to inject me with a sense of confidence and community. I had been isolated for a really long time from my family and my friends, and I'd lost a lot of purpose in who I was, and my creative soul just got totally destroyed in that time. And so when I came into hip hop, and when I came into emceeing, that's something that really gave me a lot of sense of hope. And I really truly believe that, we kind of talk about hip hop like it's a religion of some sorts, but I don't know the science behind it, but I do know this. When I talk about hip hop and when I talk about emceeing and when I talk about the woman that I do it with, I have extremely intense feelings, and I don't know what they are or where they come from, but I know that feeling is catchy, and I know that this generation here is going to catch it, and I know that we have to be the ones that say, we give you permission, go hard, make it yours. People have asked me, what do you think hip hop looks like in the next 10 years? And my answer is, whatever you make it. Like, we're here to share the knowledge, and so you have a foundation and understanding of where it started, and we're only, like, I jumped on a moving train. Hip-hop's a moving train, and I just jumped on it. Like, I can't take any credit for it, but I just know that in 1998, I jumped on a moving train. To end my talk today, let's have a look at my time. 3 minutes. I just want to, last night I was sitting up thinking, oh man, I really need to have a good little think about what I'm going to say today. And I was up till 2 at night completely, when I really got thinking, I got hip hop inspires, I got completely inspired. I didn't go to sleep till 2 o'clock, and I wrote a poem. So can I share it with you to end my talk today? I really actually wanted to just say one thing, 1 minute, give me 1 minute to say this. There is power in belonging to a crew. I'm just one person, but I can honestly say this, that if you are interested in hip-hop, and if you've ever been interested in hip-hop and you have always thought to yourself, oh, I'd love to be a part of it, you know what? Get in there. Get in there, because you can be a really creative person and you can do amazing things on your own. But you will never know your true potential until you get around other people and other women that elevate you and encourage you. And that's what hip-hop's about, belonging to a crew. Our community is a really huge collective crew, and the kaupapa behind that is encouragement. Sheelahroc actually means she's the rock, and we had a kaupapa that is still so ingrained to me today, that every client that walks into my salon will know about it, and that is encouragement. Like, the people you're with, leave them with encouragement in any way. Leave them feeling loved and leave them feeling encouraged, because that's what I found with the woman that I do hip hop with. And without it, I don't think that I really could have believed in myself enough to say, yeah, I can stand here alone now. I can stand here alone on the stage with full confidence in who I am, because I did that with the women around me. So, be a part of a crew. Get in with a crew, start a crew. It's not about perfection, it's just about participation. Hip-hop is all about participation. If you want to be a mean MC, hit your friend up for $50 to MC at their party, and drop your rhymes and drop your beats and, break on their kitchen floor. But get out there and just start doing it. You don't need to wait for a record contract or a invitation to be a part of another person's crew. You just need to get out there and start putting your creativity out there. If you're around those people, and if there's people in your world that are starting to step out, remember that it's not easy. It's hard to put your art out there and to put your heart and soul out there to other people. So if you're out there, encourage those people and build them up and encourage them to in their craft and in their lyrics, and just say, yeah, man, that was mean. Because you know what? Their rhyme might have been simple as, but the fact that they got up there was the meanest thing ever, because it takes heart and soul and courage to do something like that. So, yeah, be a part of a crew. You can't underestimate. Girls, see, that's what you need your crew there for, okay? Let me just finish with this. In 1998, I jumped on a moving train. Its name was hip-hop. On its exterior, the colours of writers. Oh, there goes my timer. On its exterior, it's a short poem, it's all good. I'm not that much of a writer that I can write 3 pages. Its name was hip hop. On its exterior, the colours of writers past and present. Music protrudes like an air raid out on the windows. It's the science of bombing. Chants created off the back of foot marches. Fists in the air, a fight for justice. Lyrics like hip hop, the hippie to the hippie to the hip hip hop and you don't stop. And we didn't until they gave us the mic. Females who rap, who speak the struggles and the strengths of their peers, of violence and violation, of restoration and relationship. The train is still moving. It's passing your hood, your home and your headspace. I left for a moment and I hope I made a space for you there. It's up to the next generation and it's up to the last generation to encourage them all the way through so they can keep jumping on that train whenever they feel they need to. Thanks, guys. JP?
That was amazing. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you so much, Sarah. So special. I caught so many gems there, and I'm actually going to go back to the Facebook Live, Sarah, and I'm going to replay that through because I want to catch some of the other things there, which I think are very, very valuable. So thank you so much for coming. We value you so much. Show some love. Show some love. All right. Next up, I'm going to hand the mic to a very, very good friend of mine, Josh Koya. Man, he really needs no introduction. Very good friend of mine, and I really, really love you, Joshy. Shot, Joshy.
Check. Kia ora koutou. My name's Josh Koya. First, I just want to say, it's a privilege to actually speak between Sarah and then Ebony Fields. I started rapping when I was about 20 years old, so that's about, I'm 39 now, so that was a while ago, but I studied these guys' flows, I studied their music, and actually became good friends with them as well. So want to mihi to you, my sisters, and JP asked me to share a spoken word. So I wrote this a few years ago. I was on a real journey of trying to understand what romantic love was. I mean, we grow up, in a society where you think, love is all about fireworks. You just hear this fairy tale story about love. And in Greek mythology, they have, I think there's 5 different categories of love. I'm not going to say the Greek words, but I know there's parental love, friendship love, agape love, romantic love, and there could be another one, but there's so many facets, just like a diamond to what love is. So, but I'll let this piece speak for itself, but it's about, masculine energy coming together with feminine energy. So I just want to dedicate this to my beautiful wife, Jay Moana, who's, the feminine energy in my life. So here we go. I hope I don't forget the words, but here we go. Love is like a diamond. It exhibits so many facets from angles of romance to battles and conquest to self-sacrificial hacking into another person's world and vulnerably bringing yours with you to hopefully add value like diamonds next to pearls, both precious in sight, refined by the pressures of life, both represent life and the essence to fight like husband and wife. When the honeymoon is over, now it's time to be intentional to the commitments of a married life. Oh dear life, did I hear it right? Marriage will refine you far more than a monastery ever would, man. That's some of the realest shit that I ever heard, man. Life goes wrong, yes, life goes on, but when you're working through those differences, keep those dang lights on, because in the light of love is where we right those wrongs. And righting your own wrongs is like writing your own song. So write yours with heartfelt eloquence, so your other half's heart will melt when they start hearing it. I hope and I pray your intentional choices will truly start to serenade your current relationship into the sweetest lemonade. There's got to be love's DNA. I mean, love ain't a feeling, but it makes it feel a certain way. But to rely on that feeling will only lead you astray. Man, it could be so confusing. Your soulmates, your soul's improvement. Yes, we are spiritual beings experiencing being human, so here's my conclusion. Love can be blind. So utilize your third eye. That's the eye of the heart, like a light in the dark, and see right to the heart beyond the person's mask. They demonstrate love and kindness for people, because outward beauty can be so deceitful. I wish inward beauty was the mirror that we all see into, but not everybody's brave enough to be transparent and see through. So yes, love is a risk. It needs courage to exist. I salute every couple who courageously persist, who've done all they can, but know when to call it quits. Because love is like a diamond, and the mud is where you'll find it. It's not always shining. Sometimes we need reminding that it's far from perfect, but it's always being perfected. So yes, love is a risk if you're game enough to accept it. Even if it doesn't work, that's another life lived lesson. So yes, love is like a diamond. It exhibits so many facets, from angles of romance to battles and conquest to self-sacrificial hacking into another person's world, and vulnerably bringing yours with you to hopefully add value like diamonds next to pearls. Love is a bittersweet, happy misery to me. Sometimes I overthink and misread what it really means. Love is a mystery, slowly being revealed to me. And it's the basic need in the heart of every human being. Love, love, love.
Can you help me with the seats? And she does it all in high heels. How about that, hey? Angles. And then the fourth one. Lovely, look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? I even bought some props, some plants. How about that, eh? Got the old Ricky Lake happening. Hey, Sally Jessie Raphael for all you older heads. I know Peace knows Sally Jessie Raphael because you old like me. All right, I'm the Ghetto Oprah. My name's JP, I'm Ghetto Oprah. I would casually, very casually, because I'm quite exhausted after that fashion show. It was quite high energy, so I'm really keen for just a quiet, intimate chat. Don't know about you rowdies, but please put your hands together for the Ebony Fields. Sharing is caring. All right, cool, we good. Yes, we can see. When it came to deciding who I wanted to interview tonight, my automatic go-to was Ebony Fields. And the reason behind that is because when I was coming up in the hip-hop scene many years ago, I used to spit rhymes with a crew called Microphone Lords. Shout out Kappa. He's one of my crew members. And I really, really looked up to you three. You three were like my Christchurch idols. And I loved your style, and I loved the way you rap, and I loved your bars, and I loved your delivery, and just everything about Ebony Fields, what you stood for. And I loved your mana, and that you were an all-female crew from Christchurch and from the same streets as me. And it means a lot that you'd be here today. And yeah, let's just kick into it. First of all, just tell us a little bit about who you are and how you came about.
Oh, snap. Mic check. Oh, you got to turn it on.
should I? Kia ora, whakalofale atu. My name is Kiriana Niniata, Ni Bell, aka Kid, aka K Bell. Yeah, I am. You just want to hear about what's happening now? Oh, how come? So music was always in our household. We didn't have a TV growing up. We were broke, 6 kids, single mother in H-Town. We lived in H-Town. But she always had orchestra music playing. So always had an instrumental or some kind of musical influence within the household. I was back and forth from Hamilton to Sea City, where Red's dad, so Red's my cousin, and his father was a DJ. He was always playing hip-hop or R&B. So I was very lucky to have that influence in our house. And we used to write his verses for his songs. He was in a band with another uncle, like I said, so I used to help him write. One day, I used to kick it with Bonnie Tamati, Femwan, and her older sister, Specs One. Shout out to Specs One, because she is a monumental female representative for Christchurch. She'd come back from Wellington and called us up into Loss's room and was like, something big's going down, do you want to be a part of it? And she sold it to us. We were only like teens, and we were at Hagley and Josh. And yeah, we were in. She was like, it's hip hop, the elements. So she got down, showed us 6-step, and we were pretty convinced. And Pacific Underground, shout out to Pacific Underground, Tanya and Poss, they actually had a space in Ducks Deluxe upstairs and created that for youth. There were like Movers, Peace, Anton, Antsman, Richie Mills, Danger, Charm Ones, Sarah's husband, Craig. They were massive and influential to us. But she said we wanted a nickname, or a crew name, not a nickname, sorry. And so we were breakers without a name. Went home one night, catch the bus, because we didn't have texts or technology, emails. No one owned a cell phone. We were all broke again. And Bonnie Femwan came up with the idea, Vixen Breakers. And we were like, oh yeah, but then I said, what about Sheila? And we sat on that name for the night. Specs rung the next morning, told Bonnie, and we became Sheelahroc. So Sheelahroc came from Breakers, yeah. Specs one. So I had a bit of an injury, breakdancing, and kind of pulled away, started writing rhymes. Sarah went to Wellington, and Sheelahroc Breakers joined Blitz Crew. I'm not sure if you guys remember Blitz, Malu. Yeah, that was us. And then Vu and Lay, YCD, first Sheelahroc meeting went down there. And then we took over as MCs. And like Vu said, we jumped on a train and we rode it. But yeah, that was pretty much the beginnings. A couple of years later.
I think we'd all done something.
Yeah.
I met a boy who had a passion. I think I fell in love with his passion, or his love for his passion.
Wait, who are you talking about? Who? Can you name drop, please? I don't quite
We don't need to
understand
do
who you're
that.
talking about.
So there's
Tell us who your baby daddy
Fell
is.
in love with the boy. Yeah, and I think I was more blown away. I'm Genesis, by the way. J-Dot. I think I was just at 15, someone so young, knowing so, with so much conviction that this is what he was created to do. So I didn't fall in love with the art form as such, as more, how could someone so young be so certain that this was his path with every fibre? So I got to watch these guys, and then I got into writing through watching them. And then Lutz was in a crew, Fusa, shout out, mean crew.
Shout out Fusa Crew.
Yeah.
Solomon
Kid-
Smith was a member of Fusa.
Soul Train.
Shout out to you, Soul Train.
Sheelahroc. So we all kind of sort of rounded up our crews and then started linking up and hanging out. And then organically, Ebony Fields just seemed like the right thing to do. because Kid was just chilling out. I was finding my feet lyrically and discovered that I'm not too bad at this shit. And Loops was like, oh, well, Fuss is doing their own thing. So, boom, Ebony Fields.
That's amazing. When my first ever gig I did in McFarlane Park with Kipper and the Mike Lords was on the back of a truck, and the stage folded out, and we did our first ever set, and then straight after us was the Fusa crew who came on and did a set in the same park in McFarlane Park. So for me, as a young MC, I was probably only 16 or 17 at the time, to have you guys perform on the same stage as the stage that I first performed on, like, really blew my mind. And it was a huge deal for me. So yeah, shout out Fusa crew.
Far. I've been in gigging, like the gigging life, where there's been so many crews and bands and everyone coming up. But Talofa lava, my name is Lupe Asi. I go by AKA Loops. It's nice being here. And I feel like rhyming, but it's like, no, I better not.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're going to do us a song, though,
Hold
right?
up, just wait. I'll be there in 10, cruising off Hampshire, getting round to the bend. Breeze through the pages, sail on the four winds, cash me up later. I'll stop at Harrington's. Wait, that's not there anymore.
Harrington's. Shout out A-Town.
That's like old school.
Hey, shot Loops.
Nah, when I was coming up, like, back in the day, like, we lived, me and my brothers, my cousins, like, we weren't allowed to talk. You had to be quiet. Sean, tell the truth. Nah. But like, we didn't really have a voice back then. Like, the kids were told, like, you know, be quiet. So we took pen to paper, guitar, we made our own fun. Like they said, we didn't have like the cell phones, the internet, none of that.
Right.
It was just fine. Oh, these are blank paper, let's write. Shane would have the you know, back of the bills,
Yeah, the
whatever you could
receipts,
find.
all the bills.
You just write. And it's like, this is what I want to say. I'm really angry right now. Or I'm really sad. Or what is going on? Are you all right? You all right, Bob? Yeah. But anyways, I've been writing rhyming since, I don't know. I remember my brother, like, back in the day when he was around, and he used to just go rap to my, oh, I won't say it. Actually, I'm not going to share that story.
Scratch. Rewind selector.
This is live on my, Fusa Crew, EF, Sheelahroc, like, Tribal Links, they were back up in those days, you know. Amnesia missed it, for Element. Like, there was so many crews back then, and there was so much love. But it was all coming from everybody had something to say, you know? Sorry, I don't even know where we were going with that. Yeah,
Just,
back to you, JP.
I'm just, hey, are we just rolling with it? And I love what you mentioned. Yeah, give her the mic.
Finding those pinnacle people. Like, you know, every generation or every era has, I believe, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5, that are just so determined to do it. You know, people jump on, jump off. If you can find those pinnacle people and just hang around them, and the cup that overflows, soak it in. Humbug them. You know, like I said, back to the guy that my baby.
This is like the elephant in the room, mate.
I'm dating him, and I used to have to beg him to hear me rhyme. And then, you know, I'd be like, please. And he's like, nah, that's wet. And I'd go back and please. And then finally he's like, oh yeah, you're all right. Like, yes, I'm in. But I didn't think I was in because it was, like I said, the groundwork that he put in. I respected it. Yeah. And then if you can find those pinnacle people and hang around them and catch the overflow, and, you know, it's all cool to kick a rugby ball, but you're so much better if you've got someone to pass it to and receive it and kick it back.
Ooh, did you catch that?
know?
Say that again, James.
Hey.
Say that again.
Find people, hang out with them, catch the vibe, because it's all cool chilling on your own. Also do the groundwork, though. You know, that's always my thing. Go in the room and write 1,000,000 rhymes, and then write more, and then write more and write more, and then work on your breathing, and be aware of your ugly. Find someone. Don't hang out with people that gas you up and tell you're the bomb when you're not. Find someone. Find a boyfriend that will tell you suck. And then go and prove him wrong. And be like,
that's fire.
Yeah, and do that. And then just keep going and going and going, because don't wait for someone to believe in you. Because it might not happen. You got to believe in yourself and think, stuff you. I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it. And then jump on that opportunity, like Sarah was saying. Find a crew. And if nothing comes of that crew, you've had that time together to lab and feed your passion. You got to feed that passion. You want to be good at the guitar? Play it every night. Play it for 2 hours, and then 4 hours, 6 hours. Just go hundies. When what's done in secret is revealed in the light. And I think we can all agree as artists or musos, we can tell when someone's taking the piss. Yeah, and we can tell when someone's been in their bedroom, writing on the back of bills, perfecting their craft. Yeah.
Wow, amen to that.
Malo, malo.
Make some noise.
Good, have it too.
All right. So you are like find your crew. So just so you know, I'm not in a crew. Can I be in your crew?
Why not? We're taking.
Fourth member. Look, reunion. Timekeeper. Can I get a? I don't have a watch. How are we doing for time? The doors here automatically lock. So, see, is it? Oh, okay. So we actually have to wrap this up, I'm afraid. The doors here automatically lock. Otherwise, we're all gonna. What are we gonna do? Sleep in here?
Hanging out here
King
tonight.
Caps is here. He might give you a cuddle. I don't know. Soul and Juice is here. She might have a hoodie you can lie on. I'm not sure. But we do need to wrap it up. I just want to say how much this really means to me today. Man, like I haven't had a moment to sort of stop and soak in. You know, my mum and dad's here, my sister, these are my family. My goal this year with the summit was to have more women, and I've seen a ton of women here today, and I'm just super, super grateful. Yeah. Come and have a drink with us at 12 Bar. That's what we're doing now. There's going to be some performances. I'm going to let someone else host it because I'm tired of talking. Come and have a wine and a corridor. We'd love to see you, and just thank you all so much. It means the world to me to be here with you all. Levi, your photography. Oblique on the visuals. Fitu, thank you for the sound. Tommy, everyone. Let's just wrap it up and go for a drink, eh? Kia ora.
name? DJ Dowry.